Welcome to the Angus Report, a news program for cattle producers.
The week's top headlines from American Angus Association headquarters include coverage of California's ongoing mega drought.
CattleFax analysts signal better prices in the year ahead.
New data from Certified Angus Beef show record premiums for cattle qualifying for the brand, and a continued look at how the Farm Bill affects cattlemen going forward.
This is the Angus Report. Hello, I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. Drought conditions continue to worsen in California despite short-lived relief from recent rains. In fact, residents are bracing for what climatologists suggest could be the state's worst year of drought since the 1970s. Governor Jerry Brown has asked Californians to reduce water use by 20% after last year's meager 7.5 inches of rain. Rural communities are especially facing severe water shortages, but the $45 billion per year agriculture industry could pay the biggest price. Ranchers there are coping with parched land and scarce feed.
The drought in California from end to end is probably, without question, the most serious we've had in the last 100 years. There's a lot of cows in the beef herds being sold way early. All the fall calving cows are really coming to town here, and a lot of the calves are being split off and sold as 3 to 4 weight calves. A lot of cows are being repregged. Those are being sold off into Texas or someplace else. In certain areas, they'll be down, I would say, between 25 and 50% will be gone. We'll all live through this. We're optimistic people, or we wouldn't be in this business.
And of course, our thoughts are with California ranchers like Lacey. Until the drought subsides, the state is expected to receive more than $180 million in federal relief, with livestock producers eligible for an estimated $100 million from funds authorized by the recent Farm Bill. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack said USDA relief may be available as soon as April.
While cattlemen along the West Coast face staggering drought, the outlook for the remainder of the country holds promise. That's according to CattleFax, which suggests better overall weather conditions will support larger corn supplies and therefore lower input costs for the next 12 to 24 months. Senior analyst Kevin Good says that, mixed with estimated record high calf prices this year, should lead to herd expansion.
Looks like over the next couple of years we're in the process of expanding the cow herd. And of course, during that time frame, supplies will be extremely tight. And with those tighter supplies, we should enjoy record high prices. If you think about the demand side of the market, actually in 2013, demand was up at retail, measured there, 2%. Combination of tighter supplies, but retail prices go up faster than supplies go down. And so we're seeing the same thing here in 2014 as our expectations. We're expanding, so we're keeping more heifers and cows out of the mix. So our production is going to be down about 2.5 pounds per capita. You know, that's a market share from a tonnage standpoint, but that doesn't tell the true value when we start talking about quantity times price. We are going to have more dollars flowing back into the beef industry because of stronger beef demand.
A new report from Certified Angus Beef shows continued record market premiums paid for cattle that earned the brand trademark. The $47 million in CAB premiums paid in 2013 was more than double the $22.9 million paid in 2010, according to results of a biennial survey of CAB licensed packers. In fact, the top 4 CAB packers produced more for the brand in each of the past 2 years and paid record amounts to producers. And in spite of declining cattle numbers, more sell on value-based grids that pay direct CAB premiums. Almost 30% of the $450 million paid in grid premiums during the history of the CAB program have happened in the past 3 years.
In the last 2 years, combined, packers have paid just under $100 million in certified Angus beef specific premiums back to the production sector. You know, clearly responding to the pull-through demand that consumers are showing us and paying more for product at retail and at food service, and really sending a strong economic signal back to producers that we need more of those kind of cattle that can hit certified Angus beef brand standards. And I think it's exciting to see from a producer's perspective that the packers and the system we have for rewarding quality truly is stepping up to the plate and starting to reward those producers who truly have the kind of cattle that consumer demand is expecting our industry to provide.
We now go to Jenna McCrell with a look at news you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Bob. An interactive version of the 2014 Pathfinder Report is now available online. Visit angus.org to access the annual report, which identifies outstanding cows that have excelled in production performance based on the Angus Herd Improvement Records, or AHIR. Bulls that have sired 5 or more Pathfinder cows are also listed under the sire section of the report. Last summer, 17-year-old Kyle Bratton, a National Junior Angus Association member from Idaho, set a goal to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, an organization that helped his family through a very difficult time as he faced a life-threatening diagnosis. Kyle decided he would donate a registered Angus bull, BAR Wish Granter 837, to Make-A-Wish Idaho. The bull sold on February 8th as part of the Idaho Angus Association's annual consignment sale, and to date, Kyle has raised more than $18,000. You can follow his efforts at barwishgranters.com and read more about his journey in the February issue of the Angus Journal. And that's what's happening this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Jenna. When the Angus Report returns, how transparency and trust remain keys to meet demand.
And we speak with cattle industry leaders about the new Farm Bill and implications for issues like country of origin labeling and GIPSA regulations.
Visit angus.org to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
The Angus Report is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. Why not prevent respiratory disease before it steals from your bottom line? Vista Once protects your calves with the most complete respiratory disease coverage available. And Vision Blackleg vaccines can add 14 pounds per calf at weaning. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
It's more than a symbol. It's volunteer beef and dairy producers like you making careful decisions on how to invest your beef checkoff dollars. It's about multiplying those dollars to ensure the beef you produce makes its way to more meat cases, menus, and kitchen tables from New York to Tokyo. And it's about making sure those who influence our consumers feel confident about recommending beef. It's more than a symbol. Get to know your checkoff and start sharing your views at mybeefcheckoff.com.
Its arrival is as routine as the truck that brings the next load of calves. You stand ready, waiting, watching for symptoms. A revolutionary new weapon in hand. Unique chemistry and hard-hitting active ingredient. Longer duration in the respiratory tract. Rapid absorption. Join the Zaprevolution. Zaprevo, Tilda Pearson. See your veterinarian.
It's time for the Curtin Land and Cattle Production Sale on March 7th at the farm near Blue Mound, Illinois. In its 78th year, Curtin Land and Cattle is selling 40 registered bulls, 10 heifer calves, and 30 young registered Angus cow-calf pairs. Don't miss this outstanding group of Angus genetics. All bull and heifer calves have been Zoetis HD50K tested, adding accuracy to your purchase. See you at the farm on March 7th.
Join the team, the Beef Quality Assurance Team. Getting BQA certified shows you're committed to practices that produce the highest quality beef in the world. And by visiting BQA.org, you can take the online certification course at a time that fits your schedule and from the comfort of your home or office. You'll also find lots of helpful tips on improving animal health and animal handling practices. Get certified, BQA certified, because it's about doing the right thing. Visit BQA.org today and become a member of the BQA team.